So excuse the noise. Currently got some battery storage compartments printing at the moment, but we're just going to give this Litchi Hub route planner a go. Yeah, so it's basically going to do an orbit of this roof here, and then so we'll just do simulation. We can actually watch that go round and see what it's going to look like, what parts it's going to capture. Yeah, just might make planning flights a little bit easier. So let's see how this goes. So now that I'm happy with where it's going to be going and how long it's going to take, I mean, it's actually saying there was an estimated time up here, so it's going to be about 26 seconds, which isn't a long one, but you adjust your altitude, your speed. It does actually give you warnings if you go too fast, especially if you're doing like photo mode for photogrammetry to actually make a 3D model. It will actually give you notifications on like it's going to be too slow, so not too slow, it's going to be too fast for it to keep up with the 80% overlap that's required for really good telemetry designs. So what we're going to do, got the controller turned on now, and then I need 2 amps for this, so it's one set, and we're back. Yeah, so just need 2 amps just to plug that in. So once that's in, you will need, so I actually found off another YouTuber, you need to go into camera view and actually already have a waypoint. Like, so I've got mapping test. Just trying to focus in on that. Mapping test there. So you actually already need one on there. So just go on there and make a dummy one, just 2 waypoints. I shall show you that in a bit. So to do waypoint mapping, all you need to do is come out of here. This is for your screen that you've already got. So I'm not actually connected to the aircraft at the moment, purely because it's charging. Click the map, make sure your little waypoint's selected. I'm just going to lock the brightness for a second so it's not too bright for you. And then yeah, you're just going to click 2 waypoints. 2 waypoints, come out, and then you can rename this whatever you like. So let's just say orbit test. Obviously you need to do this for every single one, so if you've got multiple jobs on the same day, then you're going to need to, let's say, list them. Saves you then going back on the laptop or computer, and you just going to press save and save again. There you go, waypoint saved, and that is it. Okay, so now that's connected, it's all good. Right, let's give this a go. So what we've done, we've obviously got new flight, the drone that we're using, and it's going to be the above ground signal losses to abort, so it will return to home. And then we're going to change the speed. We're going quite slow because I want to get some good detail for it. Smooth curves, point of interest, and then after it's done, it should return back to home. So we're going to press export. It's going to bring up everything that all the waypoints that we've got, and we're going to choose this one where it says new flight. It did say updated a minute ago, because just making sure that it did go on correctly. We're going to press update, and then we're going to press overwrite, and that's going to basically put that mission path onto the controller now. So that is all done. Then we just click anywhere on the screen to get out of it. Always make sure you disconnect or eject your stuff before you then start unplugging. You don't want to cause any corrupted files. From that point, you can double check to see if it's on there. So we'll go back into camera view. So just angle you down a little bit, and then sort out this brightness. There we go. Then we can go in waypoints, go on the list. There we go. And then there we go. So it does still have the image of the the dummy one we did, and it does still have the distance, but we won't have to worry about that because over here it says it's a 28 meter length. Once we actually fly it, it will actually update the photo, if not just do this sort of like photo here. It's not a problem, you don't need it anyway, but you can still click into it, and then down here you can see the waypoints and also the point of interest, so it's not a problem to deal with. And let's get out and give it a go. So we're outside, just going to get everything turned on. Battery is already in, full battery, nice. I always like to wait for the controller to boot up first before I do anything. Brought this little DJI Mini mic too. Put this little dead cat on it. Industry calls it a dead cat. It's just basically a wind filter. It's not really windy, but I thought, see how the audio comes out. Right, controller's booted up, let's go. So just going to turn on the drone. Let it do its thing. And obviously we pre-chose roundabout here as the start takeoff point. Updated. Okay, so you may have not just heard, home point's been updated. And we're going to start on with the flight. So I'm just going to change this to video, because I'm actually going to do a video of it rather than photos. I'm going to go over to our waypoint. Apologies, don't actually know how much of that you saw. So I've changed it to video. We're just going to lock the exposure, just so you can kind of see stuff. There we go. And then I'm not used to recording through phones onto screens. So we're going to choose our waypoint. We're going to go here and see we've got the orbit test. That's the one we're going to select. So we're just going to select that now. And that has brought up our 4 waypoints. There isn't many to it, but from that we're just going to press that. And then, yeah, okay, return to home. Signal loss, return to home. And it's going to start at waypoint 1. Okay, and that was the 1.3 meters per second that we had already set on the computer. So we're just going to press start. And then we're going to press record. I always like to press record just in case it it doesn't. But yeah, so it's going up now to its first waypoint. And yeah, let's wait for it to get over this property. So it will angle the gimbal. There we go. So it will already do that. And it looks like we're getting a good height above everything. It's going all by itself. And then once it's done, like I say, this isn't a very long flight, but once it's done, it should be coming back home. And we'll probably get a nice audio notification of that. There we go. So nice and easy. Coming home. Obviously, still make sure that it is safe to land. You don't want somebody walking in front or walking underneath and causing a problem. And just coming in for the land now. I mean, drones these days are amazing. I mean, I had the Phantom, I think it's the Phantom 3, and basically autonomous flight I don't even think was a thing, and if it was, it's for people that were way too experienced and more professional than myself and into the drones that much. So we're going to go over to videos, and obviously we can watch a not so great quality of the flight. So skip ahead if you don't want to see this, but I will put a more high res video overlay, which, to be fair, I might just do now. So yeah, now you can see that it's a lot clearer than trying to view it off the screen. So I've heard that these controllers are only 700 nits. Now, to be honest, I haven't got a clue what nits mean, other than what you scrape out your kids' hair after they've been at school for a couple of weeks during the summer. So I just know it's the larger the number, the brighter the screen. So yeah, the gimbal pitch was a little bit low. Just coming around to this back part, we could elevate that next time. It was on the point of interest, which is set for ground level. So you can change that point of interest to be higher. You can set a certain height. But obviously, I didn't do that. This is just a little test run and see how it went. So yeah, coming back to it now landing. So yeah, let's get to that one. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna check to see if there's anyone around, any reason not to land, and it's gonna land basically in the same spot in which we took off from. But yeah, it's a nice little thing to use. Good bit of software. It's free as well, so you don't actually pay anything for it. I don't know if there's a professional version of Litchi Hub. I assume it is just open source. But it does me for what I need to do. And I can see me using this software, you know, quite a bit, really. I would totally agree that it's something, a niche. But if you're going on holiday, or let's say you're going to a really nice location, there's like a little river, and there's something actually in the middle of there that you want to get a really nice panoramic, especially if you want to do a multiple time lapse. So I've seen ones, and I'm going to give it a go, where you would set a flight path for a certain location. So let's say Brighton Eye 360. That's probably one of the closest things, and it looks quite nice when it's lit up at night time. You could do an orbit around that set at a specific location, and it will just do the autonomous flight. And then once you do that, you then do that in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, at night time, and if you're adventurous enough, yeah, coming right up to sunrise. So you've got all those 4 videos of that little orbit, just 30 seconds, spin around, and then you collaborate all 4 videos back to back with each other. Make sure they're lined up on the speed and the framing for your video, and then you will just fade from one to the next to the next. So as it orbits, you go from sunrise to like daytime to the busy nighttime, and then the sunset back to then sunrise. Now that's a really cool concept to be able to do. Now if you was at a location and there was something like that you wanted to do, perfect thing. You know, I think they've even got Litchi Mobile, so you can even do the sort of waypoints already on your phone without even being connected to the drone and wasting battery life like I am right now. So, but yeah, hope you enjoyed that. And I'll try and do a short little video on how to upload just the file to the controller, so you don't have to watch all this, and then a quick little short for it. But anyway, have a good one. Crows are coming out. Have a good day.